What is up? What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing, man? Check this out, man. Jay-Z just lost to Busby. Oh my God. A revoking is about oh man, it's about to happen. This is insane. Full legal analysis. Oh my gracious, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. I said it in the other in another video that the judges are retiring, man. You think 30 years, even 15 years, these people are retiring. They're getting tired of this. I don't know. They're getting new bosses. I can't do that anymore. I gotta step back because Jay-Z's lawyers, they had to be paying off a lot of people, man, for this guy to be getting away for this long period of time. And they sent, man, it's like the lowest of the low. You sent that little girl, she's special, and you sent some people to her house? Oh no, I don't work for Jay-Z. Who said Jay-Z name? They said Jay-Z name when they got to the house. They didn't say Rock Nation or whatever they want to say. Oh, we don't work for them. Why would you say that? Scared her to death, man.
So,
I can almost
some pretty
imagine.
big news.
Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, man. Let's check this bad boy. Yeah.
So some pretty big news that I did not expect, but Busby just won against Jay-Z and Rock Nation.
Yep.
There were some people who Jay-Z was coming after. Two clients that Busby was representing. And Busby claimed that Rock Nation, alongside the law firm Quint Emanuel, were basically working against Busby by secretly contacting these clients and trying to tell them, sue Busby, come to us, we'll fund the lawsuits, let's get leverage against. Basically malpractice. And that they conspired with the law firm against Busby. This was some pretty strong allegations, and initially there wasn't enough to prove that basically Busby was having his clients being stolen from him and malpractice and people were conspiring against him. Well, now it looks like that has been proven.
Wow.
A Texas federal judge has sent 2 conspiracy lawsuits brought by clients of, personal injury attorney Tony Busby against Sean Jay-Z Carter's company, Rock Nation, and his attorneys back to state court in Houston. This officially coming back to court is a win for Busby. And Busby has stated himself, which I'm going to get into later, that this is now going to lead to a reckoning. This loss for Jay-Z, which is a big loss for him on Rock Nation, also happened on the same day that Jay-Z lost this casino bid and basically leading to a media onslaught. So outside of them getting dragged for filth by cozying up with the Cushioners, they then got dragged for this casino, attempt, the Vanity Fair article, them losing out on this casino bid. And then on top of this, the icing on the cake is that Busby sneaks in the back door and wins against Jay-Z. And
I think that they probably didn't get that casino thing because even though they grapevine with the lawyers and all these politicians, that you got to ask the politicians, can we put this casino up, right? Just hear me out. Because if they know the real, I can see what you call it. You got to prove it in court. Whatever you can prove in court, you got to have the proof. It ain't what you know, it's what you prove. But in politics, it's what you know. And they saying, no telling what this man is going to, if he opened up a casino, Jay-Z, no telling what he going to do. Next thing you know, this man is going to run for president and we can't have him as a president. That's probably how they thinking. You know what I'm saying? So here we go, man.
Vanity Fair article, them losing out on this casino bid. And then on top of this, the icing on the cake is that Busby sneaks in the back door and wins against Jay-Z, and he's not going to hold back. Now, remember, Jay-Z tried to sue Busby for defamation, but that went down the drain. The judge said that this was free speech and that Busby was not trying to defame Jay-Z, and this was a big loss for Jay-Z. So a lot for us to get into. Hey guys, it's Murad Murali, daily and consistent content. Hopefully everybody is doing well. Please do click that button and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And let's get straight into this madness for what is going on.
Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, baby. We need 10,000 more subscribers before we hit 500,000 or something like that. Hit that subscribe button, man. Uncle Mike really appreciate it. Share these videos, tell your friends and family members to subscribe.
The judge finding the court lacks jurisdiction in the case despite the defendant's argument that law firm Quint Emanuel was improperly joined. In nearly identical opinions, U.S. District Judge George C. Hanks noted that when they removed the lawsuits from Jose and Gerardo Garcia, the defendants claimed the only reason Quint Emanuel was sued was to establish state court jurisdiction, and that there is no possibility that, Maldonado or Garcia could prove the firm had a hand in the alleged, conspiracy and, malpractice. Judge Hanks disagreed with this argument completely, saying that there are actually sufficient facts that have been alleged to tie Quint Emanuel, the law firm, to the alleged civil misconduct. He also said Maldonado's allegations, if true, are actually sufficient to constitute at least circumstantial evidence that Quint Emanuel, the law firm, helped to plan, assist, and even encourage Croft, a lawyer, alleged improper solicitation of Maldonado. Jose Maldonado and Gerardo Garcia are two of the people being repped by Busby. Considering the liberal construction that the court must give Texas civil battery statute and the expansive view of civil conspiracy liability countenanced by Texas courts, the court cannot say that Croft and MJ Legal have met their heavy burden of showing that there is no reasonable basis for the court to predict that Maldonado might be able to recover against Quint Emanuel under Texas law, Judge Hanks wrote. Wow. Maldonado and Garcia claimed that they were satisfied, former clients of Busby, when they were approached by two investigators secretly, Jessica Santiago and Thomas, who attempted to solicit them to sue Busby for legal malpractice. Santiago and Thomas were purportedly working for attorney Marcy Croft and her firm MJ Legal PA, which was directly working with Quint Emanuel attorney Alex Spiro and Rock Nation, according to the opinions. Marcy Croft, her law firm Rock Nation, and Quint Emanuel are named as defendants. However, Alex Spiro is not. That's convenient. Maldonado further alleges that Croft and Quint Emanuel orchestrated the effort to recruit him to sue Busby with financing from Rock Nation in order to gain leverage over Busby in the protracted court battles between Busby and Carter, Judge Hanks wrote. Judge Hanks is not holding back. In both Maldonado and Garcia's cases, Judge Hanks noted the lawsuits have their roots in a bitter dispute between Busby and Jay-Z. Of course, as we can see, other lawsuits in regards to Jay-Z being added with the ones of, Sean P. Diddy Combs that Busby added that was initially dropped. We know that when that girl, who was a minor at that time and dropped the case now, she also stated that these random investigators came to her house questioning everything and that it was definitely very dubious and nerve-wracking for her. Very similar here, where we have two people being repped by Busby, and then you have these random investigators coming to approach them and say, sue Busby, we will finance so that we can get leverage against Busby. This type of, misconduct, malpractice, and conspiracy, Judge Hanks is saying that there actually is sufficient evidence for this to be brought back into the state of court. This was initially taken out of court, but Judge Hanks said, nope, we're going to bring this back to court. That is a major win for Busby.
Why is Amazon paying me $63,000 a month? Well, I didn't make this kind of money selling yoga mats and toast.
Yeah, save it for somebody who cares. I forgot to switch it, y'all. Got to be more careful. Wait a minute, I forgot to switch it. It's mid 50-50. It's 50-50. Midway. Man, my bad. Uncle, I just woke up, y'all. and I was on. My God.
Pretty big.
Okay, here we go. God dang it, my bad. I meant to switch it. I switched it now. Let's keep going. Here we go.
In his state court pleading that two people falsely claiming to be government agents approached him at his home, claimed that he was required to speak with them, and then offered him money in an attempt to persuade him to hire Croft to sue Busby. The false state agents, according to Garcia, admitted that they were working for Croft and MJ Legal. Garcia further alleges that Croft and Quint Emanuel orchestrated the effort to recruit him to sue Busby with backing from Rock Nation in order to gain leverage over Busby. Garcia further pledged that Croft, Spiro, and Rock Nation have all worked together secretly on cases for years, and that Quint Emanuel, the law firm, represented Carter when he sued Busby in California and when Jane Doe sued Carter in New York. Spiro was Carter's defense counsel in the New York case and attacked Busby aggressively and personally so many times. The district court has called Alex Spiro's tactics a waste of judicial resources and unlikely to benefit his client. Garcia's allegations, if true, are sufficient to establish that Croft and MJ Legal at least could be held liable under Texas Civil Battery Statute. Moreover, Garcia's allegations, if true, are sufficient to constitute at least circumstantial evidence that Quint Emanuel helped. See federal court order. Bam, we will continue to press this matter very aggressively.
You know what their problem is, man, to be honest? They so used to fighting dirty, even in the courtroom. They so used to paying people off and fighting dirty. They don't even know how to fight clean. They forgot how to follow the law. That's what I think it is. They forgot how to follow the law. We talking about Jay-Z lawyers and Diddy lawyers. They making all kinds of mistakes, man. That's crazy, man.
Circumstantial evidence that Quint Emanuel helped. See federal court order. Bam, we will continue to press this matter very aggressively. That's what they've stated, guys.
That's what they stated.
They're coming to sue aggressively. And in other words, he basically is talking about a reckoning that is going to take place. So this is a big win for Busby. And I wanted to break this down in a separate individual video because this basically shows that, you know, the house of cards that are of Jay-Z's are slowly falling. Big.
I just said that. I'm getting better at this thing, man. The cracks, but I'm trying to explain to y'all what is making the cracks. Because you can't, if you go to court, Puffy, for example, when Puffy went to court for that Shine stuff, he brought everything, man. He brought all the witnesses, the judges, they knew what was going on. They couldn't stop it. Even the people, even Shine's judge, if he had a lawyer, his lawyer, dude, he probably got money too. Look here, bruh. Shine going to jail. He going to do 10 years. But you don't have to worry. And they slid him probably about $10 million. Then he passing out millions like they $100 bills to get off. If you had to go to the doctor and you had to, which doctor you need to pay to fix, and you had all these hundreds. Nah, you got to use your insurance. Now I want the real deal. I want to get fixed. Who I got to pay $100 to? You'll pay it. Come on, man. This ain't a game. This ain't a game.
Losses for him this week in regards to media, PR, casino, investments, and also, financially with lawyers and legally. So Busby is now not going to hold back because as far as I'm concerned, the defamation case was thrown out. So Jay-Z doesn't have any legs to stand on. And over here, it looks like that Jay-Z, the lawyers at Rock Nation, Quint Emanuel, Alex Spiro, Marcy Croft were all basically conspiring together against Busby. And Judge Hanks said that there is enough evidence for this to be brought back into court. There is enough sufficient, room for us to play here. It's very dubious to me as to why Jay-Z would even find people, get these private investigators to then go to these people's houses, the clients, and then secretly try to work with them when you don't think that this is going to fall right back on your face. You don't think that these clients are going to record this or even report this and say, look what's happening, why are these investigators showing up to my house, how they even were able to obtain my address, and then have the audacity to try and negotiate or say to me, we will fund the lawsuits against Busby, this is what you need to do, and etc., as if you think that's going to go according to plan, as if you think these people are going to even listen. The reason why these tactics are being played out via these investigators in Rock Nation and Quint Emanuel is because they are desperate. Mm-hmm. Because if you're truthful and if you're right and if you're just, then stand on it.
Damn.
If you feel like you're in the right and Busby is clearly in the wrong, if you feel like these clients are clearly in the wrong, then just stand on your truth and let time play out. That's all that you need to do. You don't need to go and hire these private investigators from external companies to then secretly work for MJ Croft and, Quint Emanuel to secretly get work and secret leverage. You don't need to play these dirty tactics if you're actually truthful. So these behaviors, these tactics, these nasty, legal, sneaky, snaky ways gives me the impression that there is guilt here, and they're trying to clean things up behind so that when it comes to stuff like this, it can just be immediately dropped. I don't know why Roc Nation and Jay-Z are moving like this. They might have a history of moving like this, but it shows to me that they're guilty, because surely you would just stand on your truth. I don't understand. This is a big legal win for Busby, and this is going to give him massive confidence. I mean, he's already online publicly discussing a reckoning that is about to take place and that he's going to pursue this aggressively. So this is a big loss for Quinn Emanuel, Alex Spiro, Roc Nation. But Alex Spiro is very clever here because he was not listed as a defendant. Roc Nation was, Quinn Emanuel was, but not Alex Spiro. When he played a fundamental, instrumental play and movement in all of this, he somehow has been skipped out and he's not been named as a defendant. His hands have been kept clean, whilst Roc Nation are basically now being blamed for all of this. Not good work for them. This, of course, has fallen under the radar, but this all was listed the same day that the casino bid was lost. Let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this video. Do subscribe to the channel, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. It's just one click to subscribe. That's all you guys.
All right, y'all. Since this was short, you know how we do. We like them long videos, but dude, it's getting weirder and weirder, man. P. Diddy speaks from the first time sentence trial. What? Hey, we got to do that one. Right here.
So some pretty big news that
Here we go. Check it out. Check this out, man. This is wild right here.
So some pretty big news that I did not expect, but Busby just won against Jay-Z and Roc Nation. There were some people who Jay-Z was coming after. Two clients that Busby was representing. And Busby claimed that Roc Nation.
Wait a minute. Is that the same one? Did I just click on the same daggone video? God dog it, wait a minute. Jay-Z just lost. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. Wait a minute.
Some pretty big news that.
Yeah, that's the same damn video, Uncle Mike. God dang, boy. How did this guy get over 490,000? Oh my God. It was another one, man. Jesus. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm gonna find it. Huge loss. Let's do this. How about this? I just bring it over here, man. Where's huge? I don't even see it on there. Maybe because it was 2 months ago. That's why. It was 2 months ago. That's not okay. I'll tell you what. That's 2 months ago. That's why I couldn't find it. I'm looking at the front. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing the best I can. Wait a minute. Marad. Okay, right here. This where we at, right here. All right. I always see. I had a backup plan. Uncle Mike had a backup plan. Hey, New York, shuts Jay-Z all the way down. And I thought he was going to break it down. Here we go.
So the other day I talked about, there being some protest and backlash from people in New York City,
always
pretty much opposing Jay-Z and some other members, Caesars Casino right there in downtown Manhattan. Now, I put a video up. I gone through the pros and the cons of having a casino. And, I got a lot of great views. I appreciate people who gave positive comments. Also people who had comments, and let me know about casinos and what they think. I appreciate y'all. Well, they had a vote today, right? And I'm going to play the video from the actual little meeting that they had. And here's those little contention. So let's hear what happened.
The governors and the mayor governor and the everybody else runs and everybody else run and hide. Go run and hide. Because
look at my man in the gray on the other side of the glass. He filming also. That's what tripped me out, man, that so many people, when they get to talking and they filming, and the person that's talking or doing the bad thing, they see the cameras, they see people filming, and then they go real hard, and they go do twice as hard.
So let's hear what happened.
The governors and the mayor governor and the everybody else runs and everybody else run and hide. Go run and hide. Because what you did, the benefits you denied, the benefits you denied this in this city and state, in this city and state.
Why is it echo?
You have to live with that history. You have to live with that history forever. You know it. You know it. Met the standard. Met the standard.
All right, so I'm guessing this is from Jay-Z's side, right? Now, the Times Square casino dream was derailed after a local advisory board voted down 4-2 against the plan that was submitted by SL Green, Realty, Caesars, Rock Nation, and Live Nation, according to an article by The Deadline. Now, the decision effectively blocks the project from advancing to the next stage of New York's competitive casino licensing process. The proposed casino would have been located at 1515 Broadway, right? And it would have been, Broadway was against it. Broadway, the musical, fit, they were totally against it, saying that it would ruin everything they, and I'm sure that they are popping bottles of Ace of Spades, ironically, tonight because of the decision that was made. Now, Rock Nation CEO Desiree Perez spent 5 years pushing the plan, said it would open the door for every New Yorker to invest in the project with as little as $500. Jay-Z was front and center. He had press conferences. He talked about, how great it would be for the area. He really tried to push it. And I guess his influence didn't work this time. Mr. Illuminati, right? Mr. Hove the God. His influence didn't work this time. And a lot of people are excited that this did not go through. Again, there were local, not just local people, but organizations. The Broadway organization, they were vehemently against this because they figured not only would it destroy business, but it'll destroy the moral fabric of Manhattan. And I'm not a New Yorker. I don't know. I'm really not a New Yorker. I do come from a casino area. My parents grew up working in a casino. So I know the positives, and I know also the negative effects of the casino. And, if you put them on the scale of my yacht, I think it might be more negative than positive, honestly, especially for a spot like New York, because New York's already busting. There's plenty, of opportunity, I have to say. I don't know about the job situation there.
I think it's more negative than a positive. I think the space that they were going to use for the casino could be used for something else. It could be used for something else that bring a lot of jobs. Man, that casino gonna bring jobs. Really? How many people are applying for jobs to be to work the slot machines or the tables or something? Really? There's something else. I can't think of it right now, but it can be a shopping mall. I'm pretty sure they got plenty of those. Anything else? But I know one thing. It's more negatives because you got gambling, addiction, and crime.
Unemployment and all that. But there's plenty of opportunity to put a casino smack dab. It's going to affect a lot of things, man. A lot of things. So I know, shout out to Broadway. I know y'all excited right now. Jay-Z has not spoken on it, but of course his name is front and center because he was one of the his companies, and Live Nation was one of the partners in this particular business venture. And I'm sure it would have, this would have probably put him over the top, already being a billionaire, 3 times over, it probably would have put him, pushing towards the hundreds eventually in the next 10 to 15 years, type of money that casinos make. So look, it is what it is, right? You go before these boards, they vote, and they give you what they want. They give you, they tell you what it is, and you got to go with it. So this effectively is going to end their bid, for this casino. I don't know if they try to redo. I don't know.
I don't think that they can try to redo all they want, man, but that it ain't happening, Captain. It ain't nothing gonna happen. That's what I know for a fact. Hey, I'm gonna get on up out of here, man. Jay-Z is They got radar on this man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all think he Hope, man. Man, get out of here. Hey. Jay-Z, you ought to. Hey, I'll go home. Go home. Man, let me get out of here. How about that? Hey, y'all take it light. Y'all take it slow. Tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.